Hi guys and welcome back to a new video. In today's video I will be talking about some of the new items that have been released with patch 9.2, and these items are the different lattices. So I'm sure that most of you are now aware of these items, but basically when you are in Zereth Mortis, after you're completing the dialectic understanding at the Cipher Forge, you can simply just summon your Prokopok and it will give you a quest that will then give you access to the Protoform Synthesis Forge that is located just here. And so once you have access to that forge, you can then receive different type of items when you are, for instance, killing mobs and when you are just like killing rares and opening chests. And some of these items are the different lattices. So these lattices are the only items that you can sell on the auction house directly, and they are used to craft pets and mounts at the Protoform Synthesis Forge. So in this video, I'm going to explain how you can make some gold with these different lattices and what are the most interesting ones. So let's start with how you can make some gold with these different lattices. The first one is very easy. You can simply farm the different lattices and then sell them directly on the auction house. So as you can see, all of them can be sold and some of them can really be sold for quite a lot. So the second way, of course, to make some gold with these different lattices is to then come here in the Protoform Synthesis Forge and to simply craft some of these different pets. So with the pets, you will be able to then cage them and to sell them on the auction house. You cannot, unfortunately, do that for the different mounts. So as you can see, in order to craft the pets, you will need the lattice, but you also need two other reagents. So you will need one of these glimmer, that is one of the rare drop that you can get by killing some mobs, opening chests, and killing rares. Also in the new raid, you can get some of them. And then you need to get some of these Genesis modes. So really these ones, you will get them by doing any type of activities in Zereth Mortis. And I would really recommend you to craft some of these pets because some of them can really be sold for quite a lot. So if you want to have some of these Genesis modes, you can easily come here in the custom and just type Genesis and you will find some of these groups, and you can then just easily try to farm the 300 modes necessary in order to craft one pet, and after that you can sell the pet directly on the auction house. So really these are the two main ways to make some gold, and in my opinion I would say that probably for some of them selling the lattice directly is going to be the best way, so especially the ones that are being used for the mounts. I'm going to talk about that just after. But for some pets, I would say that really maybe, especially if no one else is selling the pets on the auction house, then you should definitely try to look into this possibility. So as you can see, for instance, on my realm, I'm currently selling two of them, and the sellrate is not too good, but still probably at some point some people will buy them. And so yeah, I would say having them on the auction house is pretty good. But now I'm going to talk about what are the most interesting lattices to farm. So when it comes to know what are the best lattices to farm, there are two things to take into account. The first one is going to be what is the current average sell rate for all these different lattices. As you can see, some of them have a very, very bad sell rate, like this one, 0.08, when others have really, really good sell rate, like this one, 1.26. So for me, really, if you want to farm some of them, you should really keep that in mind and try to just focus on the ones that have a really good sell rate. So the ones that have a very good sell rate are the Unformed Lattice, the Tarachnid Lattice, there is also the Scarabid Lattice, the Cervid, the Vombata, and the Raptora. And also we're missing, I think, the Elicid and also the Vespoid. So these are really the best ones. And of course, you also have the Buffanid that is pretty good, the Geomental, and I would say probably the Pultrid and Oradid. But some of them after that are not that good, and so I would not recommend you spending a lot of time farming these different lattices. There is a second way to know what are the best ones, and it's simply by taking into account which are the ones that are being used in order to craft some of the mounts. So as you can see, the ones that are being used to craft the mounts are the following ones. You have the Buffonid that can craft all the different like frog mounts. Then you have the helicid that is just used to craft the snail mounts. Then you have the vespoid to craft the different wasp mounts. Then the tarachnicid for the spider, the lupin one for this wolf, the raptora one for the different birds kind of mounts, and then these servid ones for the different like runners, and finally the vombata for the different like these type of mounts. So really for me, this is like these ones that are going to sell for the most, because people are just interested in crafting the mounts, and so sometimes they won't really have the energy to go farm the different lattices, and so they will just purchase them on the auction house. And from the top, in terms of like sell rate I made just before, really the best ones are going to be the like servid ones. So the servid is really one of the best you can farm. The raptora one is also really, really good. The tarachnicid is really good as well. You also have, of course, the vespoid, the helicid, and after that, even like the buffonid and the vombata are also pretty good. But so these are really the best lattices you can farm and the ones you should really focus on. And so in order to know where you can get these different lattices, you can go on Wowhead, and here in drop by, it will let you know how you can get them. So here, as you can see, there is like this rare and then all these different mobs. Same here with this one. And so really like that, you can target the type of mobs you want to kill, and you want to really make sure to farm this one in particular. Some of the farms are very good because you will be able at the same time to farm multiple of these different lattices. So really just by doing one farm, you can get multiple of them. So this is like pretty good, and I would really encourage you to do that. There are some groups like available in the group search, but really some of them you should maybe just do them in solo. And I would not recommend to try to farm maybe like 20 of them, because you should just maybe have like one or two, maybe craft one pet and then just wait for them to sell. And after that you can like farm more, but just wait to see if they sell. No need to farm like 20 of them. That's at least my recommendation. So that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I really hope you will be able to make a lot of gold with these different lattices. I think really these items will remain relevant even after Shadowlands. So for me, like this is a good moment to farm these items. One thing you can also do, of course, is simply invest in these different lattices. So for instance, I made recently like a realm transfer, and I bought like many of them for like 200 gold on some high pop realms, and then you can sell them for easily like 10-15k gold on low pop realms. So really, for like just flipping these items in general can also be very, very good. Again, you should mainly do that for the ones that can then be used in order to craft mounts. The other ones I would not recommend, but the ones that people will need in order to craft mounts, I would recommend you to do that. But yeah, so that's all for the video. I will be back very soon with more videos. And in the meantime, I wish you the best of luck, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.